Hi, I'm ReAnn Gonzalez with Edge Home Finance, and today we are going to talk about homestead exemptions, why to file it, and to check and see if you have exemptions filed in El Paso County. Okay, so let's get into it. What is a Texas Homestead Exemption? A residence homestead exemption removes a portion of or the total amount of a property's value from taxation for property tax purposes. Texas offers a variety of partial or total exemptions from appraised property values used to determine local taxes. Taxing units are mandated by the state to offer certain mandatory exemptions and have the option to decide locally on whether or not to offer others. Let's look at this example. Mrs. Smith's home has an appraised value of $300,000 before exemptions. She is 68 years old and receives the following school district exemptions. General mandatory by the state is currently $40,000. General local 15% equals $45,000. 65 or older mandatory $10,000. 65 or older local option is $3,000. After exemptions, her total taxable income is $202,000. This is the value that will be applied to the school district tax rate to determine the school district taxes she will owe on this property. How do I get a residence homestead exemption? You have to file an application and supporting documentation for a residence homestead exemption. You need to file the exemption with the Central Appraisal District office in the county. For El Paso, our office is on Trowbridge, but you can complete it online too. In my description below, I do have a link with a video on the step-by-step process of completing the application online. In order to receive the exemption for the current year, you must own and occupy the property as your principal residence on January 1. The deadline for a residence homestead application is no later than April 30th of the current taxing year. They will accept applications any time of the year, but the discount will not be applied until the following year if you miss the deadline or do not own and occupy on January 1. Who determines if you qualify for the exemption? Appraisal District Chief Appraisers are responsible for determining whether or not the property qualifies for an exemption. You do not need to apply for the exemption every year, usually one and done, unless you hear from the Chief Appraiser. If you fail to file this homestead exemption and you have an escrow account, you will almost definitely end up with a much higher payment next year when the escrow account is analyzed. On my video last week, I talked about why did my mortgage payment jump up so high? Before we go, where can you go to check if your homestead or other exemptions are filed? Go to epcad.org. At the top of the screen on the right-hand side, click on Property Search. On the next screen, enter the address. Once it comes up, then on the right-hand side, again, click on the details screen. Once the information comes up on the property, scroll down on the left-hand side, you will see in blue exemptions. And any exemptions that have been filed and approved will be listed there. I hope you found this information helpful. If you know of anyone who needs help with mortgages, please share my YouTube channel with them, as my goal is to help as many people as I can achieve the American dream of homeownership. Lastly, if you have any questions and want to chat about your situation, please feel free to reach out to me at 915-478-1157 or apply at my link listed below. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.